Alright, and we're starting with a Kaycee's mod interview. I just beaten the game. My computer, it's not real good. And apparently it doesn't want to record audio when I try to record this game, which is nice. So I'm doing this audio post-production while you're watching this video. Right now I'm just, going through looking all the challenges. I've never done this mod yet, Gotta look at it. But, you have a small, just teensy tiny problem that I have no idea what I'm doing. I was like, so what are these challenges? Do I select these challenges, or do I start with those challenges? I didn't really know, so I was just looking around at that point. I like the main menu screen. It does look very crisp for, I don't know what I'm going on for a mod, I guess. Basically, I was just reading over these challenges, the backpack, clover, and then I didn't really understand the challenge point system until it dawned on me that I had to use enough difficulty settings to add up to 10. And then I guess I unlocked the others through playing. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not too big brain when it comes to that stuff. I did recognize the development build icon on the bottom right for Unity, which astonishes me that this was made. This game it's very well made, though you don't see too many bomb and Unity games. Oh yeah, the trader. See, I thought that the trader count meant here, it costs more rabbit pelts to buy stuff, but it was actually referring to when you go to the trader and then you buy pelts from him, which is a whole different process. As you can see, I was just trying to get the best cards. I didn't know what the mirror card did because I've never used that card. It's not in base game. I just finished beating the game, so I was like, alright, I heard about this extension. It's gonna be great. The first act was one of my favorite parts. I really like the third act. I know a lot of people are probably gonna kick me in the shins for saying that, but I enjoyed it thoroughly. Now I was an idiot here and kind of watched this, which kind of gave me cold feet and pushing my luck any further through the rest of the campfires in the game. But yeah, as you're about to see, I'm kind of a dummy. Even though it was the second try, I just gave me an immediate fear. Yeah. Huh? And before we get into things, I want to say a quick spoiler warning before we get any major fights, spoilers for this story and such. But man, this was a bummer. I can't believe it took it on the first try. That was going to be one of my go-to maneuvers for that game. But it turned out okay, for the most part. We went to our first totem battle here. Of course, if you don't know what a totem battle is, for people who do want to watch this and don't really care about the story and don't really plan, you can give abilities to creature types for that totem. So that's a K9 head, and it gives them the mole ability, so they go and block everything with that totem ability of the mole. I didn't really know what the mirror did, and I was like, alright, so I'm gonna guess what it is. I guess correctly, it mimics the other's attack power. So if that has nothing to mimic, it's zero, which is kind of unfortunate, but I eventually just started using it for defense later in the game, which worked out pretty well. Now, the funny thing I noticed was the stove doesn't look like the normal stove you normally see in base Inscryption, which I found pretty comedic at the time. Of course, I didn't really know what to do here. I was kind of scared. It was my first game, and I was like, alright, what's the difficulty? What am I going to hit with 16 bears? But it was pretty smooth. Surprisingly, my brain's kind of small when it comes to this stuff. Turns out, I was playing incredibly easy mode. Yeah. So I was like, alright, let's just overkill here so we can get the extra coins for the pelts, because I came to the conclusion that, well, maybe that cost extra is going to be kind of painful. So I tried to go for overkill every time this piece concede came up. I was hoping to make some really good combo cards. I didn't know what the clover did. I assumed the clover was similar to the mushrooms, where it would show which cards you already have, but that was false. It renews your cards, and I lost one of the strongest combos I could have possibly gotten in this game. But I ended up going with the Great White here because of his just smacking damage, of course. And I didn't really do... Actually, what did I do here? I gave the air defense to the tentacle for, defense purposes, as I said before, because, it can mimic damage, and then if I gave it air defense, it would be the perfect defense card for later on in the game. Though I'm not good at this kind of stuff, I'm kind of small brain, but it turned out. Oh man, I was tripping here. It was my second battle of the game. I was like, all right, what's the most meta thing I can do? I ended up just going for just defense for the first round, I suppose. You gotta build up the cards. I thought about going for the wolf there, but I was like, nah, might as well not. It was gonna kill anyway with the mirror. The stomp was there just to stop the damage from the alpha, hopefully to kill it in time. And there I went sacrificing it so I can get rid of that alpha so it's not going to buff the Wolf Cup. Yeah, I know, basic gameplay choices. Yes. I was a little worried here. I didn't have any play cards, and then I noticed that, oh man, I'm going to win. Of course, I went for overkill here for the extra cost help. Try to compensate. Surprisingly, the frame rate for this was much higher than I originally anticipated, because I was expecting it to be absolute garbage. When I first started trying to record with audio and video at the same time, for some reason it just decided to run at like 2 frames per second. So I was pretty glad that worked out. I chose not to go with the items because I was limited to 2 items. I know if anybody who's played the main game and is watching this now, I had a perk where it disabled me to only 2 items. So I had really cold feet here because I just got my last card immediately annihilated. So I mainly just left the upgrades to level 1s for the majority of the time, and then left. Because, I'd like PTSD levels of fear that it was just going to eat some of my best cards. So I decided not to push my luck with any of them. Which turned out well, I think. So I knew this skunk wasn't going to do any damage, so I just decided to try to block the sparrow with my air defense card. I need a name for that, the Mirror Man. Call him the Mirror Man. So I went immediately deployed the Mirror Man for that match, which, I was really scared here. I was like, oh god, I'm gonna get mollywopped. But I was kind of confused because they just kept dropping skunks that did no damage and just had the 1 sparrow. Though I knew the defense wasn't gonna last forever, so I had to do something quick. So I ended up just drawing enough cards so I can get my Great White out. I believe that's what I did. Yeah. And there I just got my Great White out after the fact, and surprisingly it did just enough damage. I was very lucky. I wasn't doing things very, what's the word? Efficiently. I'll definitely try to do better on my next run. But this run I was not doing well. I didn't really want to choose from a specific class, and also I really wanted to combine my cards again. So I was hoping I could at least get something that would be worth combining to, like the cockroach or something, so I could make some busted pairs. And I ended up fighting a black goat, which really saved me later on in the game. But it was a very good choice indeed. Almost approaching our first boss fight, and we've actually got a pretty alright one. I mean, it could have been worse. I ended up taking the pack items. You know, those are actually pretty useful. Surprisingly, you know, items are super useful. So I ended up taking the magpie here, giving it to the stout to decrease the cost. And I think one of my main problems in this run was that I couldn't keep my deck size down because it got massive and I couldn't concentrate my good cards. So I really gotta worry about that next time I do it. I ended up giving it to the stout because it made the most sense. Well, I guess my brain's having a stutter here. I don't know. Oh, I think I went to go get a drink of water at this point, actually. So we'll just be waiting here for the second. Did my audio die? No, video, I mean. How long did I sit here? There's no way. Okay, I see. So, some video magic later, and we're back. Yeah, my game had crashed, now I remember. I had 4 separate video clips that are stitched together in the audio post, so it's kind of weird. But basically, we're back, and we're starting the first boss fight. After this boss fight, I think I'll end the video. It's already pretty long, but we'll continue. Yeah, this was the prospector. Yes. Coyote was pretty much mining the threat at this point. I wasn't really worried about it, you know, as none should be. The stout obviously having that insane advantage of being able to pick whatever card you wanted on top of being airborne was just very spicy. So I thought I would finish it incredibly quickly by drinking out the by and then later using the stout to get that pick whatever card I wanted. Basically, the plan was to kill the coyote, hit the pack-roll for as much damage as I could, and then continue with drawing cards. Since I had the stout, I wasn't really worried about what card to get, so I mainly just, pushed through better cards. The plan with the pack-roll was very nice, though I didn't think I actually found one. Oh yeah, no, I went for the stupid instead of a decent card. For some reason I didn't take this down. I don't remember why. Oh, I just went for overkill here. That's right. Oh, dog, it's the prospector now. I didn't want to place any more cards because I knew they were all going to be golden. Yeah. I was really worried. I was like, oh man. I put the stout there, stupid, thinking that it would kill it, but it turns out that it requires not air, because I'm kind of dumb. And then of course I dropped the wolf. I was really scared because I realized that I wasn't going to get the pack, though I didn't need it in the long run. I just ended up defending until I overkilled. Yeah, in hindsight, I probably could have just used the squirrel to block, but there was really no purpose since I killed him anyway. So, seems like it's going to be close to the end of this video now. So, I'll just, reward for rare card, choose carefully. And of course, I ended up getting the Child 13 because of his infinite sacrifice. I've really thought about taking the gag for 0 cost and then eventually going down the line and then applying the unkillable trait on it, just so infinite sacrifices, but I decided against it. I was like, the Child 13 could be applied to something way better. And I ended up giving it to the, actually I'll save that for when we actually get to it. I don't want to spoil anything. Though it did turn out well. It did turn out well. I think, yes. It's been a minute. Oh, welcome back. Spoiler warning for episode 2. Make sure you don't either. If you plan to play the game beforehand, probably don't want to watch this because spoilers and such. Here I am further through a trial. Yeah, it's got to be three wisdom. And we passed with flying colors, surprisingly. I was kind of sweating about that one. The skunk was actually pretty busted. He kind of came in clutch there. I thought about the Warren because, he gave me items at the same time and gave me rabbits to sacrifice. But I ended up going for defense overall, so I was like, alright, gotta be the skunk, man. Gotta be the skunk. I wanted to get rid of a card. But there's also the other pathways taken into account. Yeah, let's just get rid of the card. And then the real reason I want to go down this way is so I can combine my cards. But I didn't really know what card to get rid of here, so I ended up going with the wolf. It was easily the worst card in my deck at that point. So I ended up just sacrificing him to the bone boy, yes. Here we came across another battle. Going for the Child 13, even though, so I could drop the Mirror Man down. I didn't really know where to put him. I guess it would make the most sense for the open area. The stump wouldn't have made any sense. And then I dropped the skunk down just to have him on the board in case any damage happens. And then the adders came and kind of went downhill from here. I actually thought I was going to lose at some point during this battle, if I remember correctly, because they just annihilated every one of my cards. I got really scared here. It was looking pretty grim. But surprisingly, an unknowing unit came into very strong clutch here. I would have definitely lost without it. See, I was in quite a panic at this moment. I was actually freaking out. I ended up dropping squirrels for defense. I was like, alright, I'm just gonna lose 1 point of damage here. But then he dropped more adders. Surprisingly, the skunk worked out perfectly. Absolutely disabled the adder's defense attack. And the skunk was actually saved the game right there, because he would disable all of it, and then he took 0 damage. It was the perfect defense. So I just waited until I got enough cards for my Great White, and then dropped him in there. This worked out way too well in the end. That skunk saved my run there. It was definitely looking bad. I ended up just drawing all of my possible cards, so I would have the best opportunity. I was a little worried about running out of turns, but it was a bit late to worry about that now. It could have definitely been worse. Dropping in the Great White there. I did worry a tad bit, because I was kind of scared it might kill it, but then I realized I get first turn attack, and then it's just going to decimate the entire board. Yeah. Then we wait for the next turn, Stoat dies, and the skunk still goes on his defense ring. I don't know why I did that. I knew the skunk was just going to defend anyway, and we just ended up killing it in the long run. See, I was the dumbest person on Earth. I destroyed my run. My plan was to put that cockroach on the goat. So not the goat, another goat, because I had 2 copies. And I was planning to put them on both and then conjoin them to the fungus man. And then we'd have an unkillable, return to deck, sacrificeable god goat, if you know what I mean. And I ended up just throwing it all away because I pressed the stupid clover. I was so mad. And my plan was to get another goat and then do this. See, I would have used that unkillable, combined the two, and that goat would have been broken. He would have been one of the best cards I could have had through this run, but I scuffed it. Threw it in the bin because I didn't know what that clover did. It was quite the unfortunate play, I must say. I didn't really know what to do, so I was trying to think of my possible plan here. Ended up going for the Mirror Man defense, and I figured out that I messed up severely. I could have used him for air defense, and I honestly thought I was going to lose this game. The skunk wasn't going to work because, you know, air. So that goat literally saved my life. Fun fact. Because I could sacrifice him and then play him for defense. And of course, you know, I still get hit with damage here. I was actually very scared because that was a dumb play on that my half. I could have put the great one where the skunk is, so I could actually get points back. But it turned out on the long one. Now I was really hoping for the adder to just decimate the I forget what those are called. Why can't I think of the name? The bird thing, the swimmer birds. I can't remember its name, but yeah, I completely forgot. I was like, all right, do I have duplicates? And I realized I didn't have duplicates, so I was really hoping for me to get a duplicate card out of that card deck there. So I just needed it. Because, you know, combining cards in this game is kind of busted, and I didn't come across any duplicates even after the reroll. It was just unfortunate. So I ended up taking the Magpie, pretty sure. I can't remember what I took. Oh no, I took the River Snapper, that's right. Probably should have took the Magpie. It would have been the better option. It'll end up biting me in the butt later on. Take one of ours. Yeah, see, I was going for the goat duplicate here. I thought, oh wait, did I go for... See, I was really angry here because I was like, oh man, this would have been the meta. Cockroach in instant. Combine the cockroach in that card, and then go back to the fungus boy, and then, you know, combine both of those. And have the most unkillable triple sacrifice thingamabobber there is. It was just unfortunate. I thought about skunk defense again, and then, you know, realized that that's airborne, which is mad unfortunate. So I was gonna go use the stove and go out the Great White. Go out the Great White. I'm pretty sure I did the Great White. Yeah. And then just went for overkill, pretty much. One tap that battle, which was very nice. Here we went for a price card, and I ended up going with 3, I'm pretty sure. A Grizzly. Again, I was still super scared for the campfire eating my cards, so I just went with 1 and done. I couldn't decide which card to do, and I ended up going with the skunk, I'm pretty sure, because it was the only card that was really useful in the fact that it could attack. Didn't have an attack. Because nothing else really needed damage buffs. I really need to consolidate my deck too, like it started getting way too big for its own good. So I ended up just going with the skunk here. And of course we hit the second campfire. I'm pretty sure I chose the skunk again. I thought about the adder, but then I just went with the skunk again. So, you know, he deserves some good buffs. He was the MVP. Saved me from literally getting was on Saturday. The Fisherman's right here. Very unfortunate game, I must say. I didn't lose here, but I sure felt like it. Man, I was getting smacked hard. The angular. Yes. Angular. Yeah, I can speak English. I didn't really know what to do here. Thought about throw for kill. Ended up just going for the Great White Strat again. Of course, you gotta have that impenetrable air defense by the man. Had to bait his hook with the swirl. I thought about pulling another card and then realized, what if I didn't pull something that I could use? Ended up just using the swirl. And of course, he took the swirl here. I was very lucky to get the stoke. Very lucky. Went straight for the Great White Strike with the black roll. I wanted as many damage dealers on the board so I left the stoke alive. Put down the Grizzly and the Great White. Turned out pretty well. Like I said, don't flame me. This is my first time doing this. I played the base game, beat the entire game. The 3 acts were pretty fun. I thoroughly enjoyed them. I like Act 3 more than a lot of other people, surprisingly. I was really worried here that I was just not going to be able to out-damage them. Ended up being okay, so I didn't really need to use that item there. I just needed to make sure that I would overkill. I didn't really do the numbers. I was like, alright, we're looking at a little bit Jimbo. And we ended up beating the Angular relatively easily. Though I was awfully worried about dying there. I was really hoping for a cockroach so I could give that unkillable trait. But never ended up happening. I ended up taking the Log Elk here because, you know, he's just the more viable option. He actually came in the clutch later on, I must say. That elk saved me quite a few times. And this is about going to sum up that video. See you later. And we're back. Part 3 of the Inscryption mod. Kaycee's mod, yes. Of course, once again, my audio loves to get the mission, so I'm going to have to post audio of this. Sorry for the terrible commentary. Once again, if you've never seen or played Inscryption and you're planning to play it, I don't suggest you watch this. Spoiler warning. So we're going to move on instead. I'm pretty sure everyone knows how this went. Not well. As you can see, the red danger text on the bottom forcing you to only have 2 items. A custom room for your creatures. So the 2 planners we have played basically adds a point to the scale. And that fan makes all my creatures terrible in the future. So, fun fact. I probably should have explained that earlier on. This turn, I really didn't know what to do. I didn't plan out very well. I ended up dropping the Great White immediately, which was pretty lucky that I got that hand. It was a pretty good hand. I'm about to take mad damage here, if I remember. No, it's next turn. That long elk looked mighty vicious. I kept trying to click out of fear. I was like, oh man, I can't lose here. Doing a video, you know. Oh, that raven's about to... Yeah, see, I didn't know why that rock was attacking it. It really threw me off. Because usually in a normal game, rocks generally don't attack you. So I was like, oh Christ. I was going to take 2 damage from that raven no matter what, because I couldn't pull the mirror man for that air defense. So I was left pretty defenseless. Luckily, my great white's able to out-damage him, but we were looking quite dire. I realized that, oh man, wait, my river elk, long elk, was, it's viable play now, because the squirrel died. I don't remember where I put him. I think I put him at the raven. I tried clicking the spider, just to see. Yeah, it didn't do anything. That turned out surprisingly well for a turn. It was looking a little grim there. I just realized why the rock was doing damage because of the alpha. Oh my god. Oh, this is post-production, by the way. I was like, man, there's no way. Is this like a condition, a totem, or something when I was first playing this? I'm kind of dumb now. I feel kind of stupid. Care for my pants. And then those glasses are higher. The trapper was driving a hard bargain that day. See, I really wish I didn't take these pelts because I never ended up even selling them. They just kind of cluttered in my deck. And really kind of screwed up the run later on. I don't know why I didn't sacrifice spells, probably because I thought I was going to sell them later on, so I just got rid of the worst card I had, and it was the river. Even though he's a defense Jesus, he just wasn't viable. My whole plan for this run was just out-damage. We just gotta insta-kill everything. Doesn't matter, you don't have to worry about defense. It didn't work out too well in the long run. But hey. Of course, the goat coming in clutch here. I was really debating where to put this because I knew air defense, so I thought, man, let's just kill the one ground unit. And then I realized my long elk had just enough bones, surprisingly. Because I started with the 2 and then I got the sacrifice, and we ended up one-tapping that turn. I looked if I had any duplicates. I mean, not duplicates, sigil cards that I might want to put onto another one, and I just couldn't find any. So I was really just debating. I was going to take the risk with the totem generation. Hope I can get a better totem, because the current one I had was pretty bad. And of course I went with the wisdom sigil, seeing how many things I can get. I was really scared that I wasn't going to get it, and I pulled the skunk, which gave me 2 more. I thought about it, and then I saw the Great White. I already have a copy of the Great White. So I was like, oh man, this is going to be busted if I combine the 2. So I ended up taking the Great White here. I was really hoping for a good totem here. But we're just as unlucky as before. So I ended up going with the antler. I was really upset. I was greatly hoping for a better totem. This one turned out alright. It did its job. See, I saw the funky man. I'm like, alright, this is the plan. We're gonna go combine those 2 great lights. It's gonna be great. See, I started pulling really bad hands like that, and this turn had me mad shook. I was like, oh god. Is this the end? Because, you know, this hardcore mode just has me fear every single game. Now that was unfortunate. I didn't have any way of playing that card. And I was getting decimated this round. I was really scared. I was like, oh god, I started freaking out here. I think I ended up dying here, actually. There was just nothing I could do. I should have played that squirrel after I'd used the item. And then I realized it, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna die here. And then I ended up losing a life. I was super mad about that. I was like, oh god. I was hoping for the cockroach once more, so I went for the bone, of course. I was also hoping for a better totem, but I never ended up getting anything good. That was a mistake on my half. I didn't mean to misclick that. Oh man, now this right here was the best choice I made in this game. Oh my god, what a monster. It was truly a beast. And we fight the snowy man, the trapper himself. This is by far one of my most favorite soundtracks in this game. I didn't really know what to do here, so I was like, alright, skunk defense maybe, and I realized that if they hit those, they die instantly. So I was like, alright, we were dropping the black bow, and trap. And then I'm pretty sure I went skunk here. Skunk defense again saved my life. I shouldn't have done that. I realized my mistake at that point, because I thought the adder was 1 point, and could have just defended that game. Now I knew I needed something that could wipe out these traps so I could actually attack the cards themselves. So I thought the skink would, when it jumps at it and attacks it, I mean, it would hit the tail. But I was wrong there. My inexperience with that was left me kind of trouble. Drop that down, and then the adder started, and I kept pulling freaking rabbit's pelts, of course. I didn't want to use items yet. Four bones came in clutch. to the left because, you know, that's what it does. I immediately sacrificed it for the stone so I can get a better card. Up the great white, I think. No, I took the goat and then hopefully I drew the great white. I don't remember. It was, what's this? What was this? And I ended up playing black goat, I think. Yes, I did. And drop the adder down. And I was very lucky to get the great white here. And then realized that I had made an abomination of a card. And that was a monster. I had to take a screenshot of that. That was one nasty game. I don't know what happened with the card there. I was kind of dying. I think I bugged the game. I had so many boats that I was basically able to buy every card on his side. It was very fortunate. I had so many broken cards at that point, I just ended up ending it. That was some massive overkill right there. I ended up taking the amoeba. I don't really know why. And the boss battle. This was bad. And I'm talking bad. I got mushed harder than a sack of rocks here. Absolutely pulverized. I was not prepared. I even got a really bad hand. I was thinking about the corpse eater and then using the stout. So when a card dies, wait, no, not the stout. Oh, the goat. Wait, what did I use? Yeah, the goat. So when a card dies, it would spawn the black goat, which I can't remember if that worked or not. I don't think I ever got the chance to play. You've prepared adequately. Yeah, my accent for him is terrible. Perhaps one will be safe. Yeah, this did not go well. I was so happy I got this far. I was like, oh man, I might win my first time, let's go. Hardcore mode, you know. Yeah, it didn't go well. You know, I did pretty good. I feel complete here, you know? I was like, alright, we're gonna rush the Great White meta, and then I decided to take the goat instead. So, why not? I was really split here between taking the Great White or the goat. Placed the long elk immediately, so I could get rid of that stupid, and then I didn't realize that it was the prospector. I ended up playing some of my best cards. We'll see here in a second. I was really dumb on my half. forgot that I could play those too for defense. I didn't know what to do. Even with my turn skip, it wasn't enough. I used every item up there. I knew I couldn't win. I was really angry too. I was more sad than angry, I would say. I didn't even get to the second phase. My hand was just so bad. I couldn't sacrifice any of the pelts either. And I completely forgot that he's just gonna mollywop the amoeba. I ended up screwing myself there. If I had played that differently, I might have won. Yeah, I did make it so far. All the way to the last boss battle just to die there. It was good though. I had a lot of fun playing this. First time. Well, that about sums this video up. Adios.